So what we have here is, if we go through, I'm just going to walk through each one of the pairs that we have here for this week. And so we talked about this morning with the dollar. What we have here is the dollar being back up for the week. So this is the very first time this week that the dollar's been up. So this is relatively new bullishness here as far as this week for the dollar. And so we were just waiting for the report to come out. Again, we can see kind of here that the 50-pip moving average has been riding the dollar back up to its weekly open. So now it is back above the major Florida area, that wild card area of 105, as well as being above the weekly open. Also, it did make it to our TP3. Our TP3 was that minor order area. It just so happened to where the timing of this week actually coincided with a trend line of resistance as well as the TP3. And then we pull it down on the hourly. You can see that kind of in a more accurate way. You can see here, it literally interacts with it perfectly. This was already here coming into today. And so that's what we have right here. Let everyone know inside of Discord that we could have price pulled back down to the 104.966 area, and price ended up pulling back to the 104.940. And so again, like a very, very, very nice tight price action for the dollar again. So we are super bullish for the dollar going into next week as well. And so with that, we do have the UC idea. Again, the Canadian dollar has a lot of strength to it, which is why for this idea, this is not an idea that we have been trading, but it does look nice to have this consolidation here at the 200-pip moving average on the 4-hour chart. So if this does indeed continue to hold with no new lows being made right now, this candle is inside of the candle prior to it. So if it can continue to hold those areas, then we can take this one back to the upside as far as for the UC idea, because of the bullishness that we have on the dollar. Because the next area that we're expecting the dollar to be able to take out is going to be that 107.50 area. So that's what we're expecting next, is for it to make it to that next quarter area. We also have for the EU idea, just talking about patience for this idea. This wick ended up coming down even lower. The reason why was because of the fact that the dollar has such a bullish report today. And again, this pair being paired with the dollar, it ended up kind of taking out this week's open, but then coming back up right and bouncing almost to this week's open. So if it can not make new lows today, this is going to be an idea to take back up as far as on the bullish side of the trade, because they did have good news being reported as far as bullish news being reported for them, but it's just them being paired with the dollar is what causes kind of the chart to look like this for them at this time, although there was no bearish news that came out for the euro. Also, for the AU idea, the Australian dollar is looking very nice at this price area that it's at, because it is so low. I mean, when you think about it, like it is so low in comparison to where it just was. And so with that, so right now it's down here. Price is down here at the, where is it currently? It's 64.485. So it's at the 64.45 area. And it was recently, and as recent as July, up here at almost 69 cents. So that's a very steep drop. Again, we can take that back up as far as for this idea. So buyers were found in this area. And again, ideas like this with something that is not a stronger currency like the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, it is going to take patience in order to ride this back up. But this is something that you put in your longer term account. You just allow that to continue to ride up for you. We also see with the UJ idea, did dip down today. Again, find buyers in a very consistent area, in a very consistent range. And so this 107.05, 147.05 area has been a nice buying area in order to take it back up. And so again, price did get rejected earlier today on the bullish news for the dollar. Price did get rejected at 147.50. So that is showing that right now there is buyer's exhaustion right now, although more bullish news came out, but the price couldn't buy up and stay up. And so that's on a continual watch to see if it can make it back above this 147.50 area. And again, because it continues to get buyers here. Now, as far as for a breakdown idea, if this 147 area breaks down, that is an idea that can continue to flush, especially if it has some bearish USD news that comes out with it, or maybe even bullish yen news. But with the yen, next week, the yen is expected to report their interest rate decision, and so it is not looking good for them, because they are expecting they have a negative projections for that, as far as for their interest rate decision, and so as far as their prior one was. And so right now we'll see what they end up deciding to do next Thursday, but that will move our yen pairs, whether up or down. Our yen pairs will move next week. So next week, Thursday, is going to be a time to watch. Canadian dollar is continuing to move up, and again, being above all of its moving averages. And any pullback that you get when there is no news being reported, those are going to be dips that you want to buy. I alerted this one inside of Discord as well, with the emphasis behind it of this can do the same thing that I believe it was the GJ idea was doing when we got multiple trades in. I put that over inside Discord, the exact idea and what it was. And then last but not least, we have the AJ idea, again, making it back up to this wild card area. And again, we back the chart out. We get a chance to see like what this thing can really do. Because again, it did just come up from that major quarter area before it. So, and before, it was, as far as at the end of last year, it made it up to like kind of like the 99 area. It didn't make it up to the 100, which is that next major quarter area. But again, it has made it to this area multiple times before. So it being down here at this 95 area, that is a good sign as far as in looking to make it to the next major quarter above it. So that's what we have here for the for our pairs. And as far as the news that will affect and impact those pairs, and we'll come back again next week, do another video so that we can kind of look at and highlight what's going on and what's taking place there as well.